Hi, welcome. So, in the midst of restoring a 1972 Herreshoff America 18 cat boat, it is cold and wintry here in New England, so the boat is waiting for warmer weather. In the meantime, I'm working on a little variety of other little projects, like refinishing some teak cup holders and doing some other pieces of woodwork that came off the boat before I stowed it for the winter. One of the things that I need to do is on the teak cup holders, they came with these stainless steel brackets that hang over the cap rail on the cockpit. To protect the cap rail from rubbing, they've been enclosed with these leather sleeves and sewn in, but the leather is taking a little bit of a beating, and anything that is exposed to outdoor conditions for any length of time, especially on the water, is going to dry and degrade, and I don't really want to spend time trying to replace things. So if we can take care of things, I firmly believe the maintenance is worth it. So what I found, the question there then is how to condition and protect the leather against the outdoor elements while it is being used on the boat. So online I found this otter wax leather salve, and it is a carnauba and shea butter conditioner for leather care. And what I'm going to do is just apply some of this. Let's see if I can get it open here. And it basically just looks like a paste. Okay, doesn't smell bad. So what to apply it with? So you could use paper towel or small cloth or something else, but I don't like to waste things, so I find as many reasons to reuse things as much as I can. And it just so happens that my dog likes to eat my wife's socks, so this makes a perfect little cloth for using for conditioning leather. So I'm just going to use that. So I'm just going to rub a little paste onto the applicator, aka sock, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rub it into the leather with small circular motions, and I want to make sure that I get it into the crevices and especially where the thread weaves through the leather. And this is going to take out some of the staining, but not all. And certainly if there's any nicks in the leather, those will mostly disappear depending on how big they are when I apply the conditioner. And it's really just that easy. So I'm going to do the top, and you see that there's a mark of some sort on the top. Kind of hard to see in my light here, but right here is a little mark from a paint rub or something. So I am just going to add a little salve here, see if I can get that out. Alright, so that's not coming out, but that's okay. These have been used for a long time. I bought the boat this past summer. Actually, let's see here. Bought the boat this summer and spent the fall months rebuilding the trailer. It was in pretty rough shape, so I spent some time to rebuild that. There you go. So as you can see, the mark came off more or less, and the leather looks pretty good there. I am not a pro videographer by any means. I purchased a used GoPro to show this work. My daughter is going to be my cinematographer a little bit later on, but I figured do a couple of tests here and see how this works. So be kind to me. I'm not a video influencer by any means. I'm just a guy trying to make his way through the galaxy. Anyway, so underneath part of the leather here, I don't know if you can see that, but there is some rubbing and some marking down here from where the leather was rubbing on the paint on the hull. So we're going to rub some conditioner in here especially. And going forward, depending on how often they get used, provided I don't leave them out in the elements for extended periods of time, this should be good for a few years. And then, or I might have to do it every year. We'll see what happens. Problem with the leather is if it gets dried out, if it's not conditioned, if you have anything like a steering wheel, a tiller handle, anything like that that is covered with a leather sheath on it, you got to keep that conditioned, especially if it never leaves the boat. Otherwise it'll dry out, crack, and then you're looking at replacing the leather on there. And there we go. So you can see the difference between our two handles here. I've got this one here is conditioned and this one here is not. Okay, so another quick project I want to do while the boat is wrapped up for the winter is that I want to clean up the straps that went over the rudder. This is one of them. And these straps sit on top of the rudder, so if my hand was the rudder, the straps fit over the top, and then the tiller is going to fit in through this hole here in the top. There are two straps like this. I've already cleaned up one, so I've already kind of polished one. You can see it's stainless steel, nice and bright. So what I want to do is I'm going to use my buffer, and I'm going to try to make this one. This is the original condition. These are the original tiller straps that were on the vessel, that were on the boat. So I'm going to try to polish these up. The inside is a little bit corroded as well, a little bit of rust, a little bit of tarnish on them there. So I'm just going to clean these up, and we'll give it a try. Okay, so I've finished buffing the tiller straps. These are the metal straps that hold the tiller onto the rudder. And as you can see, they buffed out pretty well. There's still a number of marks on them from 50 years or so of use. I do plan on seeing if I can get these back onto the rudder from the equipment that's on there, but we'll have to wait until the spring to try that out. These rudder straps, in particular, this one was pretty bent in this area as well, so I used my vise and straightened that out a little bit, and we'll see how that fits. So these are done for now, and we will have to wait for warmer weather till we can see how these will fit onto the rudder with our tiller.